And now we're back. Now continue my story. The Voice of Death. It is the day following the tragic death of Gerald and Jane. The living room of the luxurious lodge of the late John Drake. There are Blanche, Dan, and Sidney Rand, attorney for the estate. There is a strange look in Mr. Rand's eyes as he speaks to Blanche. All I can say is very odd, Blanche. First you go skiing with Gerald, and he dies under its nose light. Then a few hours later, while alone with you, Jane drowns crossing a river. I don't like your attitude. You act as though I caused their deaths. Blanche is right, Mr. Rand. You haven't any right to say that. The village colonel said their deaths were accidental. I know what the village colonel said. It doesn't mean I have to agree. Now look, it's 5 o'clock now. If you don't stop for the village station right now, you'll miss your train. Then, won't you change your mind and come with me? No, I told you I'm staying up here for another week. I need to rest. Well, I just hope you don't find permanent rest up here. What do you mean by that? Just this. If anything were happen to you, Blanche would be hired to everything. Think it over. Oh, Dan, you don't believe I had anything to do with their deaths, do you? Of course not, Blanche. It's absurd to think you were involved in any way. 4 days passed. Days in which steadily falling snow kept Dan and Blanche cooped up in the lodge. With each day that passed, Blanche seems increasingly nervous and jumpy for no reason that was apparent to Dan. When the 5th day dawned bright and clear, Dan suggested a long ski run, and Blanche eagerly agreed. After skiing a few minutes, she called out, Dan, we aren't going through the canyon, are we? Why? Of course we are. Then, let's go around it this time. That's 3 miles further on. What's wrong with going through the canyon? Oh, is it because was where Gerald died? Yes, I can do it, Dan. Look, I hope you're not brooding about Gerald's death. You must
Not
go on.
brooding, but Dan, have you heard a voice calling outside the house the past several nights?
A voice?
Yes, I've woke up several times thinking I heard Gerald's voice calling out in the storm.
Oh, Blanche, you heard the wind howling.
That's all. Now, come on, will you? We have to get through the canyon. It's the only way to calm your nerves.
That's the girl. Now only another couple of 100 more yards and we will be out of the canyon.
Let's hurry, Dan. This is where it happened.
Come on along, then if you want to hurry. Blanche!
Here's Gerald! Here's Gerald's voice!
Blanche! This is where you killed me.
Oh no!
Blanche, why have you stopped? Come on. I'm dead, Blanche. You killed me.
I don't hear anything. I don't. It's just my imagination.
Blanche, come on. I'll never leave you until you tell the truth.
Oh no.
Confess.
Yes, I murdered you. I caused the snow slide. I shouted and caused it. I did it because the fortune was mine, and I was cheated out of it. Now be quiet. Don't talk to me anymore. Don't talk to me.
Blanche, look out! The snow is sliding.
What? No! Help me! God, help me!
A moment later, As Dan's heard stand at the spot where Blanche had vanished under tons of snow, Mr. Rand the lawyer came skiing up to him from around an outcropping of rock. Dan, you fool! You were so close to that snowslide you almost killed yourself. Mr. Rand, she is dead. She's buried under all the snow. Yes, I know. Well, you heard her confess, didn't you? Yes, but when I agreed to follow the instructions she left for me in the mailbox, I never dreamed it would end like this. I kept on telling myself she was innocent. Yes, but she wasn't. I knew she couldn't be. That's why I made her think I was clearing out. Instead, I went down to the gamekeeper's cottage by the lake. That's where I've been the few last days. Yes, I guess that after I got your first note asking me not to show any surprise no matter what happened. But Mr. Rand, the voice that Blanche heard in the night and the voice just now, I could have sworn it was Gerald's voice. I counted on that. I know Gerald well, and vocal imitations are sort of a parlor trick of mine. My scheme was well one, Dan, but it was the only possibility of getting a confession from her. Those murders she committed were perfect. 2 perfect murders, and she was so beautiful. Her own screams brought down the snowslide, which killed her, and I don't think all the judges in the world could have found a more fitting punishment than the one her own conscience provided. Too bad about poor Blanche, wasn't it? Looks like the man who said a female of the species is more deadly than the male knew what he was talking about. But wait, if you're on hire and you know someone who stands to gain by your death, I'd be very careful to stay away from. Oh, you have to go now? Perhaps you'll drop in on me again soon. Just look for the house on the other side of the cemetery. The house of Dr. Weir.